welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a super duper couple in love that lives a super sneaky Sunday.
It's Super Sneaky Sunday!
Yeah, and so we're celebrating, people. So Definitely Not Definitive Games is now up to 140,000 in the community. So thank you all so much for everything you do for this channel. And that's why we got to celebrate. All right? The way we celebrate is, since we have such an international community, we like to celebrate in different languages. And this time we're going to do Fijian and Bula.
Yeah.
Bula!
If you are ever lucky enough to visit Fiji, and we highly recommend it, it's where we went on our honeymoon. They always shout Bula as a greeting, and it is so energetic and uplifting, and I don't know, just it really captures the vibe of the country.
Bula!
So as Ken tops us off, I know I say it every time, but I don't feel like I say it even often enough. This is a celebration of you all, a huge thanks to you all. We could not imagine what the past couple of years would be like without this channel. It's been such a source of joy for us, and to get to connect with all of you and share the incredible knowledge that you have and be exposed to brand new things. And your positivity has been so wonderful.
Yes.
On a daily basis. It makes us smile on a daily basis, laugh on a daily basis. We are so grateful to all of you. Thank you so much.
Bula!
Bula!
So today's video is a bunch of Fallout trailers, and this was selected in our patron poll, and this is the video that they selected for us to celebrate with. And so, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and let's do it.
Let's do it. I like the teacup that's down there. Just because it's one of those things that humanizes it.
War never changes. The Romans waged war to gather slaves and wealth. Spain built an empire from its lust for gold and territory. Hitler shaped a battered Germany into an economic superpower. But war never changes. In the 21st century, war was still waged over the resources that could be acquired. Only this time, the spoils of war were also its weapons. Petroleum and uranium. For these resources, China would invade Alaska, the US would annex Canada, and the European Commonwealth would dissolve into quarreling, bickering nation-states, bent on controlling the last remaining resources on Earth. In 2077, the storm of World War had come again. In 2 brief hours, most of the planet was reduced to cinders.
Jesus.
And from the ashes of nuclear devastation, a new civilization would struggle to arise. A few were able to reach the relative safety of the large underground vaults. Your family was part of that group that entered Vault 13. Imprisoned safely behind a large vault door, under a mountain of stone, a generation has lived without knowledge of the outside world.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Life in the vault is about to change.
That's a cool and also terrifying setup.
Many humans,
Yeah.
not enough space or resources to go around. The details are trivial and pointless. The reasons, as always, purely human ones. The Earth was nearly wiped clean of life. A great cleansing, an atomic spark struck by human hands, quickly raged out of control. Spears of nuclear fire rained from the skies. Continents were swallowed in flames and fell beneath the boiling oceans. Humanity was almost extinguished, their spirits becoming part of the background radiation that blanketed the Earth. A quiet darkness fell across the planet, lasting many years. Few survived the devastation. Some
This is
had been
not a super
fortunate
happy
enough to
fun
reach
time video
safety
for a celebration.
in great underground vaults. When the great darkness passed, these vaults opened, and their inhabitants emerged to begin their lives again. One of the northern tribes claims they are descended from one such vault. They hold that their founder and ancestor, one known as the Vault Dweller, once saved the world from a great evil. According to their legend, this evil arose in the far south. It corrupted all it touched, twisting men inside, turning them into beasts. Only through the bravery of this Vault
A little
Dweller
orcish.
was the evil destroyed. But in so doing, he lost many of his friends and suffered greatly, sacrificing much of himself to save the world. When at last he returned to the home he had fought so hard to protect, he was cast out, exiled. In confronting that which they feared, he had become something else in their eyes, and no longer their champion. Forsaken by his people, he strode into the wasteland. He traveled far to the north, until he came to the Great Canyons. There he founded a small village, Arroyo, where he lived out the rest of his years. And so for a generation since its founding, Arroyo has lived in peace, its canyons sheltering it from the outside world. It is home. Your home. But the scars left by the war have not yet healed, and the Earth has not forgotten.
Looks like some of these are intros to the game.
It's a threat. We can increase our chances of surviving nuclear attack. And the key to survival.
Protect yourself and your
The
family.
goal is adequate fallout shelter space for every man, woman, and child.
Be ready to assist in defense preparations in your community.
This goal can be reached.
Your survival
God, it's so old.
dangerous fallout are excellent.
Radiation is something we live with every day. We can face the facts about fallout. Take action to protect ourselves against this hazard.
For fallout is only one of the problems which the nation must be prepared to meet if it is to survive in the nuclear age.
I was born just after the bombs fell. This was my playground. These were my toys. A girl does what she can to survive. Then the Brotherhood came, and everything changed. The Brotherhood is the law, or the closest thing to law that anyone's seen in a long time. Harsh times, they call for punishment.
Oh god! Freaky.
Someday, we'll rebuild a civilized world. Until then,
PlayStation 2. It's like a 1950s
Our American
Jetsons.
way of life. Isn't it grand?
peace, freedom, and bacon and eggs. Seems perfect. But what if it's not? Friends, your future may not be as secure as you think. Where will you be when the atomic bombs fall?
Not an actual atomic
You
blast.
can secure your family's future by reserving a spot in a state-of-the-art underground vault from Vault-Tec. That's right, Bob. Act now, and your family can wait out the horrors of nuclear devastation. And Doris, the vault will have all the amenities of your modern-day home, and it's attractive. And Sally, in the vault, you might meet that special someone, just as you would on the surface. And in a few short years, you and your fellow vault dwellers will repopulate our great country.
Popping
And
them out.
you'll have lots of swell kids to play with. Reserve your family spot in a state-of-the-art underground vault today. Sign up now and prepare for the future.
I wonder why Mike made his voice like that.
Wow.
I thought he was gonna be like a robot. Nuka-Cola. Sugar bombs.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice. Oh, Jesus. Oh, the eyeballs come out of there.
Yes, baby, I saw the eyeball.
Mm-hmm. Oh! I think take a beating.
I don't really know what it was or why they wanted to blow it up.
Yeah. Oh, you can gamble.
Ooh, that was a big thing.
Mm-hmm. There's so much going on in these.
Mm-hmm.
New Vegas.
nuclear war. Thankfully, Vault-Tec has manufactured the top-of-the-line underground shelter to protect our friends and neighbors. Congratulations, friend. You have been selected as a Vault-Tec overseer. You will have total authority to create the perfect underground community. Select from a variety of modern-day amenities to turn an excavation beneath 2,000 feet of bedrock into the very picture of vault life. Choose the ideal dwellers. Send them above ground. Protect them from threats. And of course, help facilitate the repopulation of the nation of ours.
Oh my god.
That's how we build a brighter future together. Underground. Start building today.
Fallout Shelter's like
Peggy
a
18.
little SimCity game.
Mm-hmm.
I like the old timey music they put with these.
Yeah. Stylation's really, really good choice for it.
But the cry.
With the world poised on the brink of war, Vault-Tec is reporting a record number.
Oh, cool. I mean, not cool that, you know, the
Folks,
dogs
seems
walk around like that.
we've got some breaking news. Stand by.
Though I'm trying to forget about how much I care for you.
We seem to have lost contact with our affiliate stations. Stand by. We do have coming in confirmed reports of nuclear detonation. My God. Our soldiers were right.
Do you play as the dog?
One never changes.
That's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, pal.
Okay, so super happy fun times for that one. Yay, celebration! Woo! What'd you think?
Very dark and depressing.
Yeah.
Whenever you see like end of the world scenario because of nuclear bombs, it always begs the question, who dropped the bombs?
Yeah, who dropped him first?
Yeah, who dropped them first? If multiple countries engaged in dropping them at all, who is dumb enough to do that, basically? Because there's like nowadays it's mutually assured destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who drops it has to know that one's going to drop on you, and it's just you're like, okay, well, screw humanity, it's over.
Yeah.
I liked following the dog.
Of course he did.
Because I love those perspectives when it's something that, you know, adds a humanity and a family element, and like pets are sadly the members of our family who we hear about so often in disasters who don't make it out, who don't get to go with the people. So hearing or seeing the dog's perspective, having been left behind and what he's observing, was I think just a nice angle on the story. And then I said it in the beginning, one of the first few images, I liked that there was the teacup on the ground. Because like it's very easy to do the dilapidated building with like the torn up floorboards and rugs and a missing wall and stuff. But it's like, it's that teacup that adds the human element to it that I really applaud their attention to detail.
As you know, maybe like halfway through it, after the first few of the older Fallout games had gone, once we got maybe into the PlayStation 3 or whatever, and things started exploding and blowing up and everything, I'm like, oh, okay, this is why our community loves this. This is why they wanted us to check it out. They wanted us to see some exploding stuff and eyeballs popping out.
It was crazy how far it's come from the first one. I mean, because the first one looks so old school that it got quite a significant makeover as time went on.
And this isn't even, we don't even have the newest one, Fallout 76. This is just, I think, up to Fallout 4, the trailers for that. And it looked like there were also some intros in here as well. So you have to let us know what you thought about these trailers and like what your favorite Fallout game is that you played so far, and how it's kind of like evolved over the years as well. I'm interested to kind of like learn more about that as well.
And do they tell us more about the story? Like, I just kept thinking about Deep Impact as we were watching this. Like, okay, you're selling volts, but who's chosen? I mean, the way that it seemed, because they were selling the spaces, that only the super, super rich would be able to be saved in an explosion because they would be able to afford to buy their way into these vaults. Deep Impact had a different version of the story because in that movie it was the idea of like the really smart scientists and academics who are going to help us like survive once we physically survive. They're going to help us survive with knowledge and you know reviving the culture and whatever else. And then it was opened up to a lottery. So I just, I kind of
Which is the only way we're getting in.
Pretty much.
You'll let us know what you thought about these trailers down below in the comments. And thanks again, everybody, so much for everything you do for this channel.
Thank you.
We are very appreciative of it all. And just keep in mind that our reaction to a bunch of Fallout trailers
is definitely not definitive.